What if the most effective way to reduce the most dangerous fat in your body wasn't a strict diet or an intense workout, but a simple nighttime drink you take before bed? The fat we're talking about isn't the soft fat just under the skin. It's visceral fat, the hidden fat wrapped around your liver, pancreas, and intestines. This fat behaves like an active organ, releasing inflammatory chemicals that quietly increase the risk of type 2. Diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes, fatty liver, and age-related decline. Many people try to lose belly fat by cutting calories or exercising more, yet the deeper issue often lies in what happens overnight. During sleep, the body shifts into its repair cycle. Inflammation rises or falls, hormones reset, and the liver works to process fats. If these processes aren't functioning well, belly fat becomes extremely stubborn. Green tea is popular for weight control, but today we'll look at 7 other natural teas, each with compounds shown to support nighttime fat burning, reduce inflammation, improve blood sugar balance, calm stress hormones, and relieve bloating. We'll break down how each tea works, which problems it targets, and how to prepare it correctly for the best results. If you find this helpful, feel free to like the video and share it with someone dealing with stubborn belly fat. And if you're new, consider subscribing for more practical, science-based health guidance. Let's begin with the first nighttime tea, a powerful golden blend of turmeric and black pepper. The first nighttime tea is one of the most powerful combinations for reducing inflammation and supporting your body's overnight repair cycle. Turmeric blended with a small amount of black pepper. Turmeric has been used for centuries as a medicinal spice, but modern research explains why it works so well. Its main active compound, curcumin, is one of the strongest natural anti-inflammatory agents known as we age. Low-grade inflammation tends to build quietly in the body, a process often referred to as inflammaging. This hidden inflammation doesn't just cause joint stiffness or muscle discomfort. It creates the perfect environment for the storage of visceral fat. When inflammation is high, the body becomes more insulin resistant, more stressed, and far less effective at breaking down and burning stored fat. That's why introducing a strong anti-inflammatory compound before sleep can make a noticeable difference over time. Nighttime is when the body switches from active mode to repair mode, and giving it the right support at that moment amplifies the natural healing process. But here's the key detail. Curcumin is very poorly absorbed on its own. Even if you drink large amounts of turmeric, most of the curcumin simply passes through your digestive system unused. This is why black pepper is essential. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which dramatically boosts curcumin absorption. Some studies show by up to 2,000%. Without it, you miss most of turmeric's benefits. With it, your body can finally access the full anti-inflammatory power of this golden spice. This combination supports lower nighttime inflammation, better insulin sensitivity, improved liver detoxification, reduced abdominal heaviness and bloating, smoother joint comfort upon waking. Many people report sleeping more comfortably and waking with less stiffness after drinking it regularly. How to prepare it? Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder to a cup of boiling water. Add a small pinch of black pepper. You only need a little. Let it simmer gently for about 3 minutes. Strain it and drink it warm about 1 hour before bed. Important safety note: turmeric has a mild blood-thinning effect. Anyone taking anticoagulant medications, such as warfarin, Xarelto, Eliquis, or even daily aspirin, should consult a healthcare provider before making this a nightly habit. The second nighttime tea is the beautifully deep red, slightly tart drink made from hibiscus flowers. Many people know hibiscus for its pleasant flavor, but far fewer realize how effective it can be for reducing bloating, supporting heart health, and gently assisting weight management, especially for older adults. Hibiscus is rich in powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins, the same compounds that give blueberries and blackberries their dark color. These antioxidants help calm oxidative stress and support healthier blood vessels. But hibiscus also offers another benefit that makes it especially useful at night: a mild thermogenic effect. This doesn't mean it melts fat while you sleep. Nothing works that way. but it does help your metabolism stay slightly more active instead of dropping too low, which is often a challenge for older adults whose metabolic rate naturally declines with age. While some studies have shown reductions in waist circumference with regular hibiscus consumption, one of its most impressive and consistent effects is on blood pressure. Multiple high-quality clinical studies show that hibiscus can help gently lower elevated blood pressure, support healthier blood flow, reduce fluid retention, decrease morning bloating and heaviness. It acts somewhat like a natural mild ACE inhibitor, helping blood vessels relax. It also has a diuretic effect, allowing the body to release extra sodium and fluid. This is why many people wake up feeling lighter and less puffy after drinking hibiscus in the evening. This isn't fat loss overnight, it's reduction in fluid retention, which often hides real progress and makes the abdomen feel swollen. How to prepare it? Use 2 tablespoons of dried hibiscus flowers. Pour in 1 cup of boiling water. Let it steep for 10 minutes. Strain and drink it about 2 hours before bedtime. The timing matters. Because hibiscus is a natural diuretic, drinking it too late could interrupt your sleep. Important safety note: hibiscus can lower blood pressure. If you're already taking antihypertensive medication, it may amplify the effect. It can also interact with certain prescription diuretics. Monitoring blood pressure and checking with your doctor is recommended. The third nighttime tea is one that often surprises people: sage tea. Most people think of sage as something used in cooking, but when brewed as a tea, it becomes a powerful tool for managing the stress-related hormones that directly influence belly fat. Especially cortisol. Cortisol is the body's main stress hormone. It's helpful during real danger, but in modern life, the danger is rarely physical. It's the constant mental load, worrying about health, finances, family, sleep, or simply dealing with the daily pressures of aging. The problem is that this steady, low-level stress keeps cortisol chronically elevated, including at night when cortisol should naturally be at its lowest. High nighttime cortisol tells the body, "We're under threat, store energy." And the place the body prefers to store that energy? Deep in the abdomen as visceral fat. This is why many people can diet all day but still struggle to lose belly fat, because stress hormones are pushing the body into storage mode every single night. Sage contains compounds like rosmarinic acid that help calm the nervous system and support healthier cortisol levels. Many people feel a noticeable shift, a more relaxed mind, smoother transition into sleep, and less tension carried into the next day. When cortisol drops in the evening, the body moves into rest and repair mode. Fat burning becomes biologically easier. Inflammation is reduced. Sleep quality improves. Appetite tends to be more stable the next day. These benefits make sage especially valuable for older adults, who often struggle with both fragmented sleep and stress-related weight gain. How to prepare it? Add 1 tablespoon of dried sage leaves to a cup of hot water. Make sure the water is hot but not boiling, since boiling water can damage delicate compounds. Let it steep for 8 minutes. Strain and drink 40 minutes before bed. This timing helps the body unwind gradually, allowing cortisol to settle before sleep. Important safety. Note: sage can slightly lower blood pressure. Those who already have naturally low blood pressure should use it in moderation and monitor how they feel. The next nighttime tea is a classic combination that works far better than most people realize: fresh ginger paired with lemon. This duo supports digestion, metabolism, and blood sugar balance, 3 functions that become slower and more sensitive as we age. Let's break down why this matters. As the body gets older, the entire digestive system naturally slows. Stomach acid decreases, digestion becomes less efficient, and food moves through the intestines more slowly. This leads to some of the most common complaints older adults mention: heaviness after eating, uncomfortable bloating, reflux, sluggish digestion, irregular bowel movements. Ginger contains powerful natural compounds called gingerols and shogols, which gently stimulate the digestive tract. Ginger is what experts call a prokinetic. It encourages food to move smoothly through the digestive system rather than sitting heavily in the stomach overnight. When digestion flows well, the body can shift into repair mode more easily. When digestion is sluggish, the body wastes precious nighttime energy just trying to process food, which weakens the fat-burning window. Ginger also has a mild thermogenic effect, meaning it can help keep your metabolic activity from dipping too low during sleep. This doesn't burn fat aggressively, it simply supports your natural overnight processes. Now let's look at the lemon. Lemon adds more than flavor. It provides vitamin C and, most importantly, pectin, a form of soluble fiber. Pectin slows the absorption of sugars from any remaining food in your system in the evening. That means fewer blood sugar spikes, lower insulin release, less fat storage during the night. Insulin is the body's store fat signal. Keeping insulin stable before bed is one of the most effective ways to reduce visceral fat over time. This makes ginger lemon tea especially helpful for people who eat dinner later in the evening, anyone who experiences post-meal heaviness, older adults with slow digestion, individuals with mild blood sugar swings. How to prepare it? Slice about 2 centimeters of fresh ginger root. Boil it in 1 cup of water for around 5 minutes. Remove from heat and squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. Drink it warm about 1 hour before bed. This gives your digestive system time to settle and supports a smoother, calmer night. Important safety note. For people with severe acid reflux or GERD, ginger and lemon can sometimes irritate the esophagus. If that applies, start with a very mild version or avoid this tea altogether. The next tea on the list is one many people have heard of but don't fully understand: horsetail tea. It's an ancient medicinal plant, and while some know it for supporting skin, nails, or hair, its deeper value lies in how it helps the body remove excess fluid and metabolic waste, 2 issues that tend to worsen with age. As the body gets older, the liver and kidneys work harder and become slightly less efficient. These organs are responsible for filtering toxins, processing medications, balancing fluids, and clearing byproducts from metabolism. When this system slows down, the body tends to hold more water, feel heavier, and accumulate more waste burden. This often contributes to abdominal bloating, swelling in the lower body, a heavy, sluggish feeling, difficulty losing fat, especially visceral fat. Horsetail contains a unique mix of minerals, especially silicon and potassium, that support connective tissue, bone health, and circulatory health. But its strongest effect is its role as a natural diuretic. Unlike many harsh diuretics, horsetail works gradually, encouraging the body to release excess fluid without causing sudden drops in blood pressure. Why is this important for belly fat? Visceral fat is not just stored calories. It also acts as a reservoir for inflammatory byproducts and environmental toxins. When the liver is overloaded and the kidneys are working slower, the body often holds more fluid and becomes less efficient at clearing these substances. A sluggish detox system makes fat loss, especially visceral fat loss, much more difficult. By helping the body flush out excess water and circulating waste, horsetail creates a cleaner internal environment for the liver and metabolism to function properly. Many people report less morning bloating, reduced abdominal tightness, lighter legs and feet, a more defined waistline, fluid release, not immediate fat loss. How to prepare it? Add 1 tablespoon of dried horsetail to a cup of boiling water. Let it steep for 12 minutes. Strain well and drink it about 2 hours before bed, giving your body time to process its diuretic effect before sleep. Timing is crucial. Drinking it too late can interrupt your rest. Very important safety note. Because horsetail is a strong diuretic, it can lower potassium levels if used too frequently. Avoid it or get medical guidance if you take prescription diuretics, e.g. furosemide, Lasix, take medications affecting heart rhythm, use lithium, digoxin, or blood pressure medications, have a history of kidney disease or kidney stones. For healthy individuals, horsetail is best used in moderation, a few days at a time, then rotated with gentler teas like ginger or hibiscus. The next nighttime tea is a familiar spice that almost everyone has in the kitchen, but very few people use it medicinally: cinnamon. Cinnamon is much more than a pleasant aroma or a flavor used in baking. It contains powerful natural compounds, especially cinnamaldehyde, that help the body regulate blood sugar more efficiently. As people age, maintaining stable blood sugar becomes one of the biggest challenges, and unstable blood sugar is directly linked to the accumulation of visceral fat. Here's why. When blood sugar rises too high after meals, the body releases a surge of insulin, the hormone responsible for moving sugar from the blood into the cells. But insulin is also the body's main fat storage signal. Chronic spikes over the years lead to insulin resistance, elevated insulin levels at night, stubborn abdominal fat, increased inflammation, disrupted sleep cycles. Cinnamon helps the body use insulin more effectively. It supports what experts call insulin sensitivity, meaning the cells respond better to insulin signal. When this improves, the body doesn't need to release as much insulin to manage blood sugar levels. Lower nighttime insulin equals better nighttime fat burning. This is one reason cinnamon tea is especially helpful before bed. It calms late evening blood sugar swings and reduces the chance of the body entering storage mode while you sleep. Many people also find that it reduces evening cravings, helping them avoid unnecessary snacking that keeps insulin elevated. Cinnamon's benefits include smoother blood sugar levels, reduced late-night hunger, less fat storage during sleep, calmer digestive activity, better metabolic balance overall. Why cinnamon stick matters. It's important to use a true cinnamon stick, not powdered cinnamon from the store. Most powdered cinnamon is cassia cinnamon, which contains high amounts of coumarin, a compound that can strain the liver if consumed in large amounts over time. True cinnamon, often called Ceylon cinnamon, has very low coumarin levels and is much safer for regular use. How to prepare it? Add 1 stick of Ceylon cinnamon to a cup of water. Bring it to a gentle boil. Let it simmer for 5 minutes. Remove from heat and allow it to cool slightly. Drink it 40 minutes before bed. This gentle preparation extracts the active compounds without overpowering the tea. Important safety note: if you have diabetes or take medications that lower blood sugar, monitor levels closely. Cinnamon can enhance the effect of some medications, so dosage adjustments may be necessary. The final nighttime tea on this list comes from a plant most people consider a stubborn backyard weed, dandelion. But in functional and traditional medicine, dandelion is one of the most respected herbs for supporting the liver, a key organ for reducing visceral fat. Here's why dandelion matters so much for nighttime fat loss. The liver is the body's main metabolic engine. It processes fats, detoxifies harmful substances, balances hormones, and manages nutrients. As people age, the liver's efficiency naturally declines, especially in those who eat late dinners, consume processed foods, or take multiple medications. During sleep, particularly between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., the liver enters its most active detox and repair phase. This is when it breaks down fats consumed during the day, mobilizes stored fat, including visceral fat, filters toxins, produces bile, prepares the body for the next metabolic cycle. If the liver is sluggish or overburdened, this entire process slows down, leading to more fat storage, higher inflammation, stagnant digestion, persistent abdominal heaviness, difficulty losing weight. No matter the diet, dandelion supports the liver in 2 major ways. 1. It stimulates bile flow. Bile is the body's natural fat processing liquid. It breaks down large fat droplets into smaller pieces so they can be digested and eliminated. Without healthy bile flow, fats are poorly digested, recirculated, more likely to be stored. Dandelion's bitter compounds act as a cholagogue, encouraging the gallbladder to release bile and helping the liver prepare for its nightly fat metabolizing duties. 2. It strengthens the liver's detox pathways. Dandelion assists with Phase 1 and Phase 2 detoxification, the 2 major steps the liver uses to neutralize toxins, package them for removal, clear metabolic waste. A supported liver is far better at burning visceral fat. Additional benefit: gentle, potassium-rich. Diuretic dandelion helps reduce bloating and excess water, similar to hibiscus, but with an important difference. It naturally contains potassium, making it a potassium-sparing diuretic. This means it helps release excess fluid without draining your electrolytes. How to prepare it? Add 1 tablespoon of dried dandelion leaves or root to a cup of hot water. Let it steep for 15 minutes. Strain and drink it 1 to 2 hours before bed. That mild bitterness is part of the medicine. It signals that the active liver-supporting compounds are present. Safety considerations: dandelion is generally safe, but caution is needed if you take potassium-sparing medications, have gallstones or bile duct blockage, take multiple diuretics, have known liver disease. All 7 of these nighttime teas support the body in different ways: reducing inflammation, calming stress hormones, balancing blood sugar, improving digestion, and helping the liver work more efficiently while you sleep. None of them are magic on their own, but consistent use can create steady, meaningful progress over time. To get real results, choose 1 or 2 teas that fit your needs. Rotate them throughout the week. Avoid heavy meals 2 to 3 hours before bed so your body can focus on repair instead of digestion. Keep your daytime diet low in processed sugars and high in vegetables, protein, and healthy fats. Pay attention to how you feel. Better sleep, less bloating, and more morning energy are all signs your metabolism is improving. Small nighttime habits can have a surprisingly big impact when done consistently. Thank you for watching and stay committed to your health.